And thank you to CSR Box for making it possible for us to come and do a brief presentation before the next panel discussion happens. So the title of this presentation is basically Doing Good for Bharat through Clear Vision. And so why clear vision? It's actually the lowest hanging fruit that you have in the area of health, but it's the most underrated and more underestimated. I just request if all those of you who wear glasses could just stand up. I'm also standing up because I'm wearing glasses. So जितने भी चश्मे पहनते हैं वो कृपया करके खड़े हो जाइए. Okay, so we are almost more than half of the population here who's wearing glasses. Now, just for a split second, आप अपना चश्मा जो है उतार दीजिए. कैसा दिखता है आपको? कैसा लगता है? Is the world around you the same? No, it's not the same, isn't it? Now, when you wear it back, how does it look? Now you're able to see clearly. So that's the Chamatkari Chashma. Please have a seat. Thank you and sorry to make you get up. So I just wanted to illustrate the fact that something that we take so easy for granted is not accessible for many people. This has been around for 700 years. It's one of the simplest technologies today in comparison to the high-tech world that we live in, but many people don't have access to glasses even today. More than the access, the awareness that I need glasses to be able to see clearly is not there. A child in a school often thinks that the blurriness that they see with is the world. That is what they think is the normal. And only when someone comes, checks them, and gives them that pair of glasses that corrects their vision, are they able to realize that नहीं, दुनिया तो इससे कहीं ज़्यादा सुंदर है, कहीं ज़्यादा बेहतर दिखती है, once I start correcting my vision through the eyeglasses. So that's the point I was trying to make, that it's a very underrated area of work. Just to give you some statistics before we get on with the presentation. So this, say if I pick up any two ailments that are top of the mind when you think of healthcare. Let's look at heart ailments. So what is the kind of the world population that requires attention in the area of heart? Say it could be coronary heart disease, it could be as extreme as heart failure. It adds up to about 620 million people. So we are talking about how many? We are talking about 62 crores of population, 62 crores. And if you look at, if you add up all the other related heart diseases, that number inches up to about 93.4 crores. How many people in this globe, across the world, require eyeglasses? 2.5 billion. So we are talking about 250 crore people who need eyeglasses. I'm not talking about the ones who cannot afford or don't have access to them. I'm talking about the total population, including you and me, who have access and are already wearing the glasses. So 2.5 billion out of a population of probably inching towards 8 billion now, 7.5 or 8 billion के बीच में होगा हमारा राष्ट्र, the entire globe. So we are talking of almost 35-40% and above of the world population requiring glasses, and the number is only going up because of screens, the increased use of screens. So the point I'm making is it's underrated. It's one of the lowest hanging fruit. It's so inexpensive, and yet people don't see it. But we need to see. So this is a figure I just mentioned to you. It's the simplest way that you can change somebody's life, or in fact transform somebody's life literally, is by giving them a pair of eyeglasses. So it's foundational for economic development. The simplest example, the tailor, she can't get the thread through that needle without being able to see clearly, and she's dependent on somebody else. And probably she's waiting for 1.5, 2 hours for somebody else, her relative or somebody ki please मुझे time दो, मुझे सिर्फ ये धागा ये सुई के अंदर से डाल दो, and she's waiting for 1.5, 2 hours. Her productivity has dropped. Maybe she earns a livelihood through dressing, through making dresses, her number of dresses that she can make, and therefore the income that she can make in that day dramatically reduces. So eyesight, the area that we are in, the work that we do ties up with Skill India, it ties up with Atmanirbhar Bharat, it ties up with Ministry of Education under our See to Learn program. So we have called our three approaches See to Learn, because with vision you can see better, you can learn better. With vision you can see better, you can earn better, See to Earn. With vision you can see better, you are safer, See to be safe. For commercial vehicle drivers, the delivery guys who come on a bike and deliver you the food, Swiggy or Zomato or some such restaurant that delivers the food to you, all of these guys making themselves unsafe and the road unsafe by not correcting their vision if they need to. One dramatic movement that has happened and which I have to highlight is in May 21, the World Health Organization, the World Health Assembly voted two things to which even India is committed, but we are a far cry from reaching any of these two goals. The first goal by the entire world, including India, is that we will increase cataract surgical coverage by 30%. And the second one that I would like to focus on is increasing effective coverage of refractive error through provision of eyeglasses, particularly presbyopia, which is more about reading glasses, with eyeglasses by 40%. So we are nowhere near these two figures at the moment, and a lot of the focus is just not is there. But if you notice in terms of budget, this is the lowest budget requiring intervention. And the other movement that happened very clearly was with the United Nations, which finally recognized eye health as a driver of multiple sustainable development goals. So without eyesight, a lot of the sustainable development goals simply cannot be achieved. This is a study, we need hard statistics, so I'll go a bit quicker now that the platform for the presentation has been made. A study called the Prosper Study in 2018 with tea leaf pickers in Assam. They get paid on the quality of leaves that they submit at the end of the day. The quality of leaves naturally suffered when they were not wearing glasses, because after the age of 45, 50, as most of you know, we start getting reading glasses. I also got my glasses about a year ago. And for a long time I was resisting them. A lot of you also do the same. We can afford it, and yet we neglect it. We treat it as maybe a common cold that will get okay by itself, but it doesn't get okay unless you correct it. So also with them. And in their case, it was also about access. It was also about awareness. It was also about a lot of sociological factors. Like, if I start wearing glasses, will I continue getting work? Or will I get considered as somebody who is not having proper eyesight? And the study showed that up to 32% increase in productivity and therefore income was improved the moment they started wearing the glasses. With the group that didn't wear glasses but needed them, there was no change in the income or in the productivity. But with the group that started wearing the glasses and they needed them, there was a jump of up to 32%. And this was with the age group of 50 plus. Similarly, there was another study conducted in Bangladesh, just our neighbor, and the primary outcome was more related directly not so much to the productivity but straight to the income, and it was proven that 33.4% income, a median income increase happened just by wearing glasses. How much does it cost? Maybe 300 rupees, including the lens cost, the frame and the lens cost put together of a decent quality glass, maybe around 300 rupees. With 300 rupees, the ladies are able to earn 33% more every day. These are daily labor that we are talking about. And the secondary outcome relates more to the day-to-day, the independence. They are able to do tasks without depending on somebody else. The quality of life just shot up tremendously. So this is the time now, having said all of this, that we need to focus on Bharat Ujjwal Drishti Abhiyan. Because our entire GDP growth, our entire activities that we do all depend on eyesight. It's proven that 90% of driving a vehicle is depending on vision. If you're not able to see clearly, you will make mistakes. And a lot of the accidents and a lot of the poor maintenance, let me not reach to the level of accidents, even the poor maintenance of the vehicles that are being given to the truck drivers, they suffer because they are not able to see the signboard. They go with a big bang and a big thud over the stopper because they couldn't see the signboard that thoda aage jaake ek bumper hai, and they are not able to see that signboard. And again, they don't wear glasses because they think that Malik kaam se nikal dega if I start wearing glasses. So this is the time when 56 crore of population of India which require glasses, requires a India Clear Vision Mission program by the government. And this is what we have been advocating with most of the state governments, district governments. It's a constant endeavor. Chashma ek, uplabdhiya anek. This is a slide that shows you that up to 5% of GDP growth will jump up if the entire India of requirement of 56 crore of population that requires glasses, if they are provided with them, then it may require an investment of 49,000 crores, going by the average of 250, 300 rupees total expenditure on glasses. You may be spending $5.9 billion, but the outcome will be 30 times more. That's the kind of return that this gives you. Sheer socio-economic return, more of economic return. So we work with students. So Vision Spring works with workers. We work with drivers. So as I mentioned, we have the C to Learn program, C to Earn program, and C to Be Safe program. And so far, we've touched more than 5 million. Even during the COVID period also, we continued our work. We have tied up with about 1,000 partners, many of them government hospitals, for ailments that go beyond eyeglasses. So 88-90% of issues relating to eyes can be solved with eyeglasses. The another 10 or 12% probably require something beyond eyeglasses, could be cataract, could be surgery. It all falls under that 10-12%. 88 to 90% of issues can be resolved just with a pair of glasses. So your low-hanging fruit in the area of vision clearly is eyeglasses. And as I mentioned, it relates to education, livelihood, and safety. This is a picture of the lens lab. So about 5 years ago, we are here since 20 years. 2001 is when we began operations. And in the last 5 years, we set up our own lens lab, which is solar powered. It's an ecological center. We use our entire power through the solar power. And we have many optometrists who create the lenses, and the frames get made to our order just to make sure that the quality that we get and the steadiness of the supply is good. Another picture on the lenses lab. You're welcome to visit our Noida Sector 63 lens lab. And so it's made in India. It's mass product. It's certified by ISO as well as CE. So we adhere to the Make in India campaign. We also adhere to the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. And so this is a picture of that gives you in a nutshell like why you should choose Vision Spring to do this kind of work, because we are eco-friendly, because we are certified, because we have chosen to provide dignity of choice. So when we go in the field, it's not that एक चश्मा थमा देते हैं उसके हाथ में कि ये तो फ्री है, आपको जो देंगे उसको ही आपको पहनना पड़ेगा. No, we give them a choice. We usually offer a range of glasses. We have 485 type of glasses that are manufactured. And at the time of whether it's a school program with colorful and nice looking, suitable glasses are suggested for the face of the individual or the girl or the boy. So there's dignity of choice that we believe in. There is pan-India reach. We work anywhere from, as the cliche says, Kanyakumari se leke Kashmir tak. There is no bar. We are the first solar-powered lens lab actually to be set up in India. We have extensive project management now over 20 years, and we are constantly working to break the awareness barrier. And we work with 15 state governments and lots of district governments individually across India. This is some of the partners that have supported our work in the past, and we would urge, because this work is enormous, but not the per unit cost is very little, but we need more and more support of your to come forward. So we would urge you to come forward. We would also say that we are an impact unicorn. So more than 2.5 billion in economic. So how does this figure arrive at? Because of the earning capacity that improves and the learning capacity that improves by sheerly wearing the eyeglasses. So probably we can have like a minute or two to take any questions. Otherwise, actually, I'm already getting the reminder that the time is up. So thank you for listening to this. And if there are any questions, I'm available even later. My entire team is also over here. We have a stall number 32, which I would urge most of you to visit if you're not already visited. So we do have one question.
Thank you, Sanjay. Myself, Vishwajit Ghoshal, and through our organization, Children Unbound Foundation, we try to reach out to the excluded population, whether you talk about the marginalized or the trafficked children living in CCIs, or the Rackpickers children or the manual scavengers, and there's a huge need for it, for the classes over there. Means not only about the child, it's also about their families, including their mothers and parents too. Now, only question is that how can we reach out so that we can provide such benefits to this particular population to whom we are providing services through education, nutrition, life skills and health services.
So you can be in touch with us. You
Of course, sir.
can share our contact details.
Sure.
And let us know where the need is. And
Yes.
then the moment, projects keep coming up across the country as funding comes in from CSR, from HNIs, from other donors,
Yeah.
we would definitely have it top of the mind that the next time we are in that state, we could prioritize the place that you are looking at.
Yeah. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you.
So, well, if there are no other questions, oh yeah, there is one more. Can we take that question? Yeah, I know. So we'll just take this question and then you can meet me afterwards. And there are also lots of team members from Vision Spring who are here.
So you said this is a low-hanging fruit and you have already aligned it with the SDGs. What's your take on how CSR is taking this forward? Is this a project that they're keen on supporting?
Well, I would put it, they do respond very positively. A lot of them classify it as healthcare, and which is why I chose to highlight the fact that the actual outcome of wearing glasses, it may be a healthcare as an intervention per se, but the outcome is actually felt in education, the outcome is felt in skill building and livelihoods clearly, and the outcome is felt in road safety. So we position it that way to the corporate, saying that not to look at it strictly as a healthcare intervention, which it is, but the actual outcome that you will notice is in the child being able to leverage better on the education intervention that the corporate may be already doing. So a lot of them, we tell them that the corporate may have already worked with a certain set of schools, no need to identify a fresh geography or a fresh set of beneficiaries. The same set where they are already working or have worked in the past, we can do the work in that same geography, be it SHG women, be it children in schools, be it truck drivers or commercial vehicle drivers. The same set of people that you're already working with, you don't need to reinvent anything. We work with the same set of people and make the program that they are already into much more effective, because now they will be able to see better and do better. See well, do well. That's the motto of our organization. So be the change maker. Thank you.